Hello everyone out there in Cyberland. It is me, DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and I'm happy to be here with you today. And today is actually a great day. I hope that everybody's actually having a good time, they're being safe, being kind to each other out there and everything, because I really need to see more acts of kindness out there and everything. But I'm actually seeing somewhat of it. We're actually getting better ear quality. I'm catching up on some shows and everything like that, you know. Right now I'm actually obsessed about this, what is it again? The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Yeah, I actually had to put my Netflix on to like remember the whole entire name of that, but like I'm actually catching up on that. I actually hear that Sailor Moon is actually on YouTube and everything like that, so like that's a good chance for my little sister to catch up on like a lot of things there. And yeah, since we're actually going on this whole female theme today and everything, today I am actually going to bring you one of my favorite Transformers, and we're going to give you a little bit of Arcee action in Transformers Prime Arcee. She's always been one of my favorites, and so I'm actually bringing you over here today with like some good old motorcycle action. She's wonderful. I hope you're actually gonna love her. I know I do. So, with that being said, welcome to my show. If you haven't liked or subscribed to if you haven't liked, subscribed, or hit the notification bell, please do so. Also, leave comments and everything like that, and just like let me know how I'm actually doing. Also, leave comments if you actually have anything else that's interesting that I should actually be watching. Right now, I'm actually like into science fiction, horror. I'm actually into, I'm actually into everything, you know? Anything dealing with aliens, I am in, you know? Although everybody keeps on telling me about the Tiger King, and I don't know if I should actually watch that because I'm actually trying to delve away from reality shows. And that's just pretty much it. I actually kind of like draw a blank whenever I'm actually in reality shows. I'm always kind of like, why? You know? So if you do actually have anything cool out there and everything that I like to see, I love the anime, you know, just like Samuel L. Jackson. I love the damn anime. So like if you actually have anything in that category also, let me know. I actually have Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube, and that's pretty much it. So, in any case, just let me know and everything like that. I'd really appreciate it. And again, welcome to my show. Let's get on with the review. And I am back, everyone. And just to let you know, Sabrina, oh man, what a great show. I'm actually really so into it. Right now, I'm actually up to season 2, episode 6, and I'll tell you, I was not ready for that episode when Sabrina, I can't even, if you haven't watched it yet, you need to watch it because it's actually epic, you know what I mean? And like, I hear like in season 3, all the shit's hit the fan, you know what I mean? So like, I can't wait to like actually get to it. But without further ado, here we go. And it is Transformers Prime Arcee. I really love this. This is the first edition Arcee. This motorcycle is actually really awesome. So the thing about mine over here is that the peg over here is actually broken and everything like that. I wish I actually knew that before I actually chose this review, but I still love her. But let me give you a little bit of a closer look. Everything on this is so well designed, you know? I really, really love this. And I love the fact that these blades are actually kind of like her bat lifts or something, you know what I mean? So like, well, these will actually be used in her arm in robot mode. But even without these, she actually stands pretty well. She actually can, there we go. She can actually kickstand right there, you know? So that's actually really cool, and I love everything that they actually do with this. All the molded detail is actually all in here. I love this little bike chain over here and everything, you know. These wheels are actually like amazing. I love all the details that are actually like all there and everything like that. It is really wonderful. And you know what's cool about this? She even has like an odometer in there and everything like that also. Very, very cool. You know, like when they actually designed this, I really think that they actually like put a lot of thought into what they were actually doing for an Arcee figure and everything. You know, you hardly ever notice that she's actually supposed to transform into a robot, you know? And that's one of the things that I actually love about this. And when you actually put these back over here, let's see, there are a couple of pegs that were actually right over here that you actually put into these two peg holes right over here. And that changes for robot mode because she actually just gets, again, like a little bit of height. But you put those right over here. There we go. Oh, sorry, my mistake. You put these over here. There we go. And that peg hole and that peg hole, and that should actually sit flush right against there. And that's really, really dope. I really love that. Hold on, let me just do this. Pegs into peg hole. And there we go. And just really, really nice right there. Now, she's actually pretty big as far as like cars are, as far as like everything else is actually concerned. As far as motorcycles are actually concerned and vehicles are actually concerned altogether, she isn't really, she fits kind of like, kind of strangely in like a lot of like different ideals and everything like that. She is a motorcycle, but she isn't like a transformer kind of like motorcycle or anything like that. So I have like my Arcee over here from the Generations, and just let me fix her on really quick because I kind of like, I really wanted to like actually have this surrealistic Arcee riding Arcee kind of a thing going and everything like that. And although she can actually ride herself and everything like that, you know, she doesn't, it kind of like comes out kind of like looking like she's actually like kind of like on one of those like little mini bikes and everything like that more than anything else. I mean, it's cool, but is it really, you know? Like, I would have loved to like actually see like, say, how like Wreck-Gar would have actually been and everything like that. And I kind of wish I actually kind of like dug that guy out right now and everything like that to show you what like a Transformer sized motorcycle would have actually been like. Maybe I might review on Wreck-Gar. I'll actually do that with Arcee and everything like that to like actually show you what that would actually be like, you know? But that's actually kind of cool. If anything else, this is actually a deluxe size bot, you know, and review coming soon for her as well, because she's also one of my faves, you know. And I don't care what anybody says, I really love having female robots and everything like that, you know. Like, Transformers should actually evolve, and I like really don't think that it should actually be just about the male bots or anything like that. I kind of feel like we actually have like a diverse crowd and everything like that as far as Transformer fans are actually concerned. So why not have like a diverse group of like female robots and male robots, and like even like when it actually comes down to like say a character like Striker, she actually kind of like fits like a different female mold and everything like that. So like I think like all shapes and sizes for male bots and female bots are actually warranted. And I don't care if it's actually created by Vector Sigma or by Evolution. These guys are actually, these women are actually supposed to be, they're actually supposed to be biomechanical anyway. So I'm just sticking with the fantasy of the whole thing, you know? Let me know what you feel, how you actually feel in the comments also, you know? I'm actually dying to like know what you actually do think, you know? But female robots, let them stay. I love fembots. Okay? As far as a Transformer is actually concerned that I think would actually be more of a rideable figure, I would actually tend to think like maybe like more of the basic figures and everything like that. So like basic or Legends class figures will probably be able to ride her a lot more. So I'm actually bringing out her buddy Tailgate here, and I'm going to just put him on her for just a moment. And there we go. And that looks a lot better as far as like scale is actually concerned and everything like that. So she is a smaller bike. I kind of wish that she were actually like maybe still the same size as like Wreck-Gar and everything, but that's like another review for another day, you know. But let's go on to show you a comparison between her and between Arcee here and say Tailgate, because she is kind of hard to like actually match up in auto mode and everything like that as far as like anything else. I love her. I love the fact that we actually do have like a deluxe RC for this line here, for the Transformers Prime line here. But as far as tailgate's actually concerned, he comes out to be like a lot more minute the size of, as compared to like the size of like say RC here and everything like that, you know? So there we go. And for like more comparison here, I'm going to bring in Wheeljack from from Transformers Alternators, and that actually almost fits in like a little bit better. Although I keep on feeling as though like the motorcycle could actually be like a little bit smaller, or say like Wheeljack here could actually be like a little bit bigger or something as far as like the scale is actually concerned and everything like that. Because like I really would love for like something where like RC actually kind of like totally fit into like a line transformation, like in robot mode and in auto mode, you know? So there we go. I'm also gonna bring in a current deluxe here. Here goes, and there we go. That's actually Transformers Siege Barricade. There we go. Really nice. Also, I'm going to bring in Transformers Cliff Jumper here. This is actually from the Alternity line. And the last review, I had actually bought in Bumblebee and everything like that. I can't get tired of this mold. I really freaking love this mold so much. But there we go. I was kind of hoping that she was actually going to fit in with like with this line actually, you know. And I kept on thinking like, if anything else, I bet that she would actually fit into Alternity, but no, I mean, like much mistaken there. But there we go. Side view. And just let me bring in her partner here. I'm actually going to bring in Bulkhead. There we go. And these are both Transformer Prime First Edition, Transformer Prime First Edition Bulkhead, which you know I love. This guy is actually an awesome figure. And Transformers Prime First Edition RC. You know, even this is actually very out of scale and everything like that, but still yet though, I still love how they look together, so go figure. Well, anyway, let me get you into transformation of RC, and then we'll come back and then we'll actually compare her with the rest of her mates here, and I will be back. Alright, transforming RC is outstanding. Let's just pretend that this thing is actually still pegged in though and everything, you know? Like, I really wish this peg wasn't broken or anything, but here we go. And to transform her, first we're going to remove her blades here, or like, I don't know, they're kind of like reminiscent of like a bat lift and that sort of thing, but less like something that you can actually use on her arms. Well, you'll see that in a little while. And first off, we're going to unclip right on the sides over here, and those will actually be where her arms are actually going to be supported, where her arms are actually going to come out of. And when you actually clip them back in, there's actually going to be a clip right over here and right over here that actually goes into her arms. So once you actually secure those, that's when motorcycle mode will actually be formed. But I love this. You actually accordion this all the way out, and that's actually where her legs actually start coming in, just like automatically. It's really brilliant. You separate her legs all the way down, right down to her tire. Her tire actually splits in half, and then you just want to bring these up a little bit. You bring down her feet, and then you actually bring the half of this wheel right onto the inside cavity, and you move this down so that her whole entire wheel will actually fit right into the wheel well. And there we go. Once you actually have this slotted down, you'll actually see where it actually forms right there. So we'll actually do the same on the other side. We'll actually move this up a little bit to give her some clearance. We'll move these feet down, and then we'll actually slot this down and on the inside. So that way, that actually fills in a part of the back of her legs. And then we're going to rotate by the waist, bring this tail down, and then we're going to move her arms outwards. They actually come on the inside, and you have to like kind of reverse them. And then there we go. Her arms will actually form a part of like where this exhaust, her hands will actually form a part of like where that exhaust actually is. So we'll actually just bring that down for you to see. We'll rotate the hands by the bicep. And then we will start separating everything up here. There we go. And that actually separates and it's actually usually secured in by a peg that's actually right on the inside. One of mine are actually broken. I wish I knew how that happened, but I digress. So we'll move this whole entire front section down, and then right from the bottom, you can actually push this outside and you'll actually see a great head reveal, that because the head is actually like secured on the inside of the body, you know? And that's really awesome. Then where her Autobot symbol actually comes in, she goes right above. And then we'll bring this windshield back a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Bring these back a little bit. And then the front piece actually comes and forms her chest area. There we go. So you actually have some robo boobs there. And then all you have to do is swing the tire down, rotate the front windshield down, and then just like fix these however you actually want and everything like that. Usually they would actually go backwards. And then just put that down on her back for her backpack. And after that, all you want to do is just move her wings upwards, and then just secure these two pieces right on the sides of her ankles. So they'll actually have a couple of pegs right on the inside over here that actually goes right onto the inside of her ankles. There we go. And again, there we go. And now we actually have a fully formed Transformers Prime Arcee, and she is amazing. Me back at stage A in a moment, and then we'll actually take a closer look at her. Alright, and here we go. And as I said before, I love me some fembots. Transformer Prime Arcee First Edition bot is actually just one of the best figures that I actually own today and everything, you know? I'm just giving you like a quick 360 so you can actually take appreciation as to all of what's actually going on here. I really love her slender form. I love like her arms and everything like that. I love everything about her. Take a close look over here. Beautiful. Look at this. This figure is just like really amazing to me. And you actually have to like love that they actually must have actually taken like a look at like a lot of like female athletes and everything like that to actually make her happen. I love the molding that actually goes on in her hands here. Kind of wish it actually had like a little joint over here so she could actually clench her fists and everything like that. But otherwise than that, she is amazing. And that face is beautiful. I really love that. Now, I do really appreciate some light piping, and she does not disappoint whatsoever, because light piping I really feel actually brings out like a character and everything like that, and kind of like makes her feel like she's actually more alive, you know? And that's the way I actually felt about Clipjumper and Bumblebee and everything like that from the Alternity line. I love me some light piping, you know? I love the fact that the Autobot symbol is actually right here. Beautiful, beautiful figure right here. And I really wish that this were like, but this is probably my only point of contention here, is that I really wish her waists were actually like a little bit more conjoined over here and everything. I know that she actually like rotates a little bit more and it forms a lot better in motorcycle mode, but I kind of wish that they actually kind of like worked out the mathematics to like actually make that work a little bit more. On my copy, she separates a little bit more. I don't know how she actually works out on like other people's copies or anything like that, but like she is really great though. I love, let's see, she actually has a 360 over by her. She actually has a 360 turn over by her, on her head right over here. She can actually she can actually kind of like do this whole chicken head thing and everything like that. So that's actually like another point of articulation here, just in case you actually need it. Let's see. She can actually move her arm out this far, and due to transformation and everything like that, if you actually have these arm wings up, you'll actually kind of like you'll actually kind of like hit like a lot of like turbulence when it actually comes down to moving her arm or anything like that. But I find that if you actually need to like actually put her in any kind of dynamic pose, all you have to do is move the wings and she's okay, Let's see, you actually have bicep rotation, you actually have a joint right over here by her elbow, but also a secondary joint right over here due to transformation, but it actually works out for like a double hinge and everything like that. That actually gives you deep elbows, and I really appreciate that. That's actually very cool. I also, let's see, you actually have like an arm joint a wrist joint right over here. It's just like gives you an in and out due to transformation. Kind of wish she actually had a rotation also and everything like that. More like things that you could actually do with her wrist and her fist. Let's see, she actually has a 360 over here by her waist, uninhibited. She actually has a high kick up and a high kick all the way back, so she's actually doing everything you actually want her to do as far as like her legs are actually concerned. She can actually do a really, really deep roundhouse right over here. She is ready for everything. Jean-Claude Van Damme, if you're here, watch out for her. She can actually like do everything you can actually do, but probably better. Really deep knee bend, and that's actually really cool. No axial articulation or anything like that, but she can actually just hold some really, really great striking poses, And she even comes with these little bat lift weapons here and everything like that. You just like attach them right underneath her arms right over here. I don't think that these are actually 5mm port compatible or anything like that, but at least she actually has some weaponry. I kind of wish she actually came with her guns, but that never was a thing with this one. You actually had to get special special third-party weapons for her in order to have like active weapons and everything like that, in order for her to have active ballistic weapons and that sort of thing. And that's okay, Still yet though, I love these things. I really, really do. And I think they actually look really impressive on her, No matter what you're actually doing to her, she can't stop looking impressive, and I really appreciate what they actually did with her. Arcee actually really does look like the confident leader type, For comparisons, I'm going to just show you what she actually looks like with her other namesake over here. So there's Arcee, and from the Generations line. That looks very good together, actually, Let's see. Let me give you over here with like a little bit of like alternative cliff jumper action. They look good together also, believe it or not. I really think that they actually look great. I really do wish that auto mode actually worked a little bit better for these two, but I think I really like the way that looks together, If you actually wanted to actually make like another line here and everything like that, while Alternity actually came in together with like a little bit Transformers Prime action, that's great. I really like the way this trio actually looks together, So, there we go. Okay, with a current Transformer, here we go with Barricade from the Siege line. And he looks like he's absolutely dwarfed by her. There we go. We will actually bring her in here with her buddy Tailgate. Very cool. I actually kind of like the way they look together, actually. Even in Transformers Prime aspects, I kind of feel like Tailgate would have actually been about that height anyway, So, there we go. Here she goes with Alternator's Wheeljack. So let's bring this out a little bit. There we go. A little bit of Alternator's action. And I'm gonna bring her in here with her wave mate here, and this is actually Bulkhead from the Transformers Prime line. And I really love the way they look together. Like, look at this. They actually look great. Really cohesive. They're really just like amazing. You know, they're actually kind of like the same genre and everything like that. Like, oh, I really love the way they look together. I'm happy that I actually got them both, especially Bulkhead here, but especially Arcee. Like, these two are probably like two of my favorites from like that whole entire line, I'm really glad that I actually invested into both of them when I actually did. But as far as like Arcee's partner is actually concerned, I kind of tend to think that she actually kind of like has like more of like the Windblade action here. Windblade to be done pretty soon and everything, Like, I really love the way they look together. Hold on, let me fix her heels, which is kind of like an impossible task, as most of you might know. There we go. As far as like height is actually concerned and everything like that, I love how tall she is as to like how tall she is and everything like that in comparison and everything like that, you know what I mean? They look like they're actually kind of like the formidable team, And I really love the way they look together, So that being said, that's pretty much it. And as far as like everything is actually concerned on Arcee here, I really thought that they couldn't actually do any better and everything like that. On like the current figures that are actually out now, I kind of wish that like Hasbro and Takara actually kind of like went back a bit to like actually go back to like what they were actually doing here, because although we are actually getting like a lot of things that are like Moonracer, I didn't really think that we'd actually get a Moonracer and everything like that, and she's actually one of my faves, and I'm actually glad that we actually have her. I'm glad that we actually have an Alita 1, the car version of Chromia and everything like that, even though I kind of tend to like the motorcycle a lot better, but like the car version of that is actually just kind of like, it's actually okay, it's cool, but come back to this, guys, like what you are actually doing here as far as like transformation, as far as like making them look like athletic females and everything like that, I think that was actually great. Same thing with Windblade here, Even though I like the Titan's Return version of her and everything like that, I really love the way she actually looks over here. Kind of like makes me feel like, makes me feel as though they were actually kind of like going along like maybe more of a female cyborg kind of thing, like Alita from Battle Angel, or Gali, if you're actually like familiar with her. But like, that looks great together. I really love these figures, and I really do wish that like Takara and Hasbro would actually really kind of like come back to these and everything like that, Now, that's my 2 cents, and final thoughts are actually coming up. Thanks for joining me here. Arcee has come a long way from her G1 days. And as a firm believer that everyone has actually got to have their own G1, I really think that Arcee is actually worth the pickup. I really do wish that Hasbro and Takara would actually make more of these. As far as like fembots are actually concerned, I really think that these actually really fit the mold more than anything else. Like, I really do like I said before, I really do love the fact that we actually have diversity in fembots and everything like that, and bring them our Striker, if you actually make another Striker or something like that, bring her along also, because I kind of regret selling mine, and I kind of like want to get her back again. So I really love this. I think this is actually great. And she can actually really kind of like stand out in any kind of like collection that you're actually creating here. I really love her in this Transformers Prime collection here and everything like that. I think she's actually amazing. She stands out so well. And as an added bonus, I'm thinking I'm just gonna leave like Windblade over here as her buddy, because you know what? I think they look great together. I really love their forms, and I really do wish that Hasbro and Takara would actually come back to this again, These were actually great. They were feminine looking. They were actually like really awesome, and I really think that these forms should actually be made along with like more diverse, diverse body types and everything like that, Like, I think that would actually be wonderful. So that's it for me, DIECAST NORBZ today, saying be amazing to each other, because there's nothing more gangster than being kind. So be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves also. And remember, when these stop being magical, that is when I stop collecting. So take care of everybody. I will definitely talk to you soon.